Hey guys, this is Rob Stanson with TISP Research and Development. I kind of have my theory, and I do believe it's true. You know how the Bible says, Eve gave Adam the apple, and because usually the devil goes to the woman, and at some point, convinces him, which is we are convincing when it comes to a woman. But that's not the point. The point is that the biting of the apple is probably is exactly what it says, of forbidden truth, good and evil, forbidden good and evil, and in the minds of men and women, in the minds of the people. And see, this is where these people come in as fallen angels. I mean, at one point you would think, I heard a thing about angels walk, but that kind of throws in detail that fallen angels, it would be in alchemy upside down. So that means the fallen ones are above us, and the reason why they were cast out of heaven, which is life, caring and loving one another and actually living your life and being able to enjoy life, that would be considered as heaven. I mean, enjoy your life before it's done and over and ended. So the ones that are fallen, are the ones that bitten the apple and have been casted out of this world. Why I say that and how I say that, and even though they may be on this earth, in a house somewhere, being a computer, playing a video game in this world with all these chemtrails, creating a screen, and their little visionary, because literally that screen, that Apple computers, of course, and I'm not saying Apple computers, but I'm just saying that was like the beginning technology, and it's them because it consumes them, it captivates them. They want to build a character. They're in the computer building their little kingdom up there in a computer. Their lives are in the computer. Their faces are freaking buried into that screen, onto their freaking platform, onto their little freaking little world up there, creating this some kind of heaven and fucking weird fucking world up there, and targeting people and bringing their bullshit down here, picking on people, messing with people, because they got nothing else to do. They got to create an enemy or whatever. And I mean, there's, they even play Ninnerman, like that Ninnerman case with those two kids, the two girls that stabbed that poor little girl because Ninnerman told them, yeah, they can send freaking little freaking they'll project, that Ninnerman, they'll project any character. You think you're seeing visions? No, those are projections. They're in your head too. So they play this game. No matter what, you could be, right in front of the side of their house. Dang, jeez. They push those frequencies where it pushes the oxygen down in my lungs, and it holds the gases and anything else in there in order to cut down my oxygen intake. It's just true. But the thing is that they're captivated. They're stuck in that realm. They don't enjoy life. They don't do anything in life. They don't build upon their life, grow anything about life, because they're in front of that screen 24 hours a day. Buying fucking Uber Eats and freaking staying inside all the time. That's the worst place, people. I mean, you can have your house all decked out, set up, whatever, but you gotta remember, when you're in front of that computer, can't you see the addiction? Can't you see that you're all up and you're not enjoying life? I mean, I'm not even enjoying life because I'm fighting an evil, and the evil is up there and stuff. But this is where Adam and Eve and getting casted out of the Garden of Eden is all about, because they chose technology and to build their own world. They're stuck inside that freaking home. They're stuck in front of that screen, fucking with you, fucking with people, getting in the minds, thinking that they have something to get ahead of people, to trick them, you know, to take them over and freaking and really start the new world order and depopulate people, because they only want to freaking take care of a few people, like in the Bible or something like that, and they want to become gods, you know, by making our atmosphere into a fucking computer screen. Who knows what they have above that fake blue up there, and with all those chemtrails, they're blocking something out there. They're blocking a lot, and to make that cover kind of makes me think, what else do they have up there? What can they put up there? How large of equipment or flying machines that are running on the 0-point energy Tesla, you know, how much do they have up there? What can they do? Are they really creating this heaven and hell? Are they creating this new world where they're going to be acting like gods, and they can pluck people from the earth and send them up and then put them in some fucking chemtrail fucking electrical freaking cocoon, you know, or doing the floppy chicken? I've seen that before too. Trust me, I've seen that before, because I've seen something fly by, you know, at a faster rate than a cloud would, and it looked like a cloud of electrified chemtrails, and it looked in the front, there was something there just doing the floppy chicken, the length of a body, and the chemtrails are so active that it hit me, and shit, I was itchy. I stripped off my clothes, and I should have took a shower, but I mean, I started getting visuals, and I was like, oh damn, you know. But Corolla's been helping me a lot. Corolla's really good. Cell 1, it's good for inducing oxygen to your bloodstream. Iodine, you know, kelp, it's really good stuff. But I think that's, I exactly feel that's what it is in today's times, is that they're casted out. You know, think about that. That's taking the hand of the beast, because you do everything that he tells you. You know, they repeat themselves all the time. They never have anything new to say, because they got V2K. They don't have anything intellectual or educational or anything of human nature. You know, they act like they're robots, but they're not. You know, but at the same time, they could be so entrained, mind entrained control, that's what they do to TIs, is that they get you to be repetitive, just to repeat what they say in your mind, to repeat everything, and basically get you to tell on yourself and to actually harmonize with their frequency of commands, like telling your body what's you know, what you want it to do, or you know, literally trying to get your brain waves and your mind and the frequencies that your brain are used to reading the commands that you get from your body. You know, like hey, you gotta go to the bathroom, and you just go. But them inducing that constantly, that's just an example. You know, but, or you having twitching where you're like, where the fuck did that come from? You know what I mean? I mean, I know that's activating fucking your skin like that, but I mean, just things that you must keep in your mind and caution. You know, when they tell you don't talk to yourself, you know, you want to know why they tell you don't talk to yourself? Is because so that you and your brain doesn't read and get to know your commands, your frequency. You got to get your brain always remembering and refreshing that your frequency, your tone, your voice, you know, everything that comes out of your mouth. That's why it says in the Bible, speak from the mouth. You know, that way you hear your voice, you hear your tone, you hear your frequency all the time. Because if you don't, I mean, I'm encouraging talking to yourself, of course. I mean, why not? You're your best friend, right? You know, who else got your back? You know, otherwise you're not alone. You have yourself. You could be your worst enemy, or you could be your best friend. I am my best friend. And what it does, it can constantly get you used to your own frequency, your own tone, you know, so you know you. Because they'll have a guy that he repeats everything you say, trying to get you used to your mind, you know, to read his frequency, you know, trying so he can slip in there, take over your mind and do some shit, you know, and I find that very dangerous, you know. And I catch them all the time, because they try to get you in this routine. But I'll throw something and then stop, and then watch them finish my sentence. You know what I mean? And then you guys got to be very wary about that. Don't be like these other people. Trust me, you're not like anybody else. All right, you're a lot more heightened, and you need to realize the power that you have, and you just need to figure it out to harness it like I have. I still got some more alchemy to go, to really learning how to use the power that I have, and try to morph it into something. Because trust me, Noah, freaking, the parting of the Reed Sea, come on. I know he had a staff, but he had a wand. I'm still trying to figure that out, and they closed all the museums, and it just makes me wonder. Like even here down at Coronado Island, I think it's Coronado, yeah, and the museum, they have this wand and staff, and the people there, they were called tree movers, like they're priests, or they're freaking people of the earth, or they're really heightened like we are, but they cut us off from any knowledge that we can obtain. That they took it out, and they took anything that's used, and they make sure things are lost. Like, what did they use, what type, what can we use to use it? Destroyed a lot of the guide stones. I'm not the guide stones, but all the like pyramids and different things that created this frequency around the world. Pyramids, if you see them everywhere, it's got to tell you something. And on other planets, it's got to tell you something that's used for something, used for some energy that was carrying some kind of type of frequency. It changed things. It fucking were able to use that free energy power, and they took it away from us back then because it was probably used for evil. And used for evil is what they unveiled. What the Nazi Germany was trying to do is unveil the secrets and stuff. And when after freaking Hitler's fall, the United States moved in on there and moved on the scientists, and it carried on that knowledge, and really turned it into something more like the CIA or whatnot. But as I see here, private companies created from people that worked in the CIA or whatever, people with money took that technology or that knowledge, and they transferred over to private security companies to really play out the biblical and the ancient times. And it's pretty much the same thing, but they've showed crafts with people in it in the sky, but at the same time, these drones can project a craft with people in it up in the skies. You know what I'm saying? And so it makes me think that maybe these drones have been around for a long time. And another thing is that it came to a point why we have a huge missing puzzle. How's it going, Amy? No? All right. Which is a large puzzle. That what happened was, that's why in Greek, in mythology, they got Ares destroying the snake, because that's what these people are, snakes. And, because they whistle in your ear, and that's all I hear is it. And see the snake, was destroyed by Ares in ancient times. And see, the whole thing about that is what tells me, because they took a lot of our history away, and there's just empty spots, it's just, there's something there, and there is for a reason, probably because they wanted to hoard it, keep it hidden, and then control, with the all-seeing eye, and make sure nobody else, comes in, like the, what is it, I can't even think of it right now. I get blank when I'm really stuck in one little subject. But the thing is that these private companies are using it, which all of a sudden they go, hey, maybe you need Homeland Security, government, because of terrorists. That's one of the reasons why they made that shit up. And they did it biblical. Samson, Samson knocking down the pillars and killing all those people. In biblical times, the pillars, knocked down, they killed, geez, what is it, over 2,000 fucking 700, 2,100 people. That's about pretty much the same as the Twin Towers. Now, figure this in. Now, in ancient times, how are they able to fit that many people inside a cathedral? That's what it was all about. See, that's why the Bible's written in parables, and written in like that. And because you got to imagine, things like that, but it makes sense. You just don't really figure it out until it happens, which is the sad part. But sometimes you catch things ahead of time. You need to adhere to them. If you get some weird feeling and things put together, it seems like off the wall, it's probably on the money. You know what I mean? You're just picking it up in a different fashion. You just got to pick up the algorithm and the things that are going on in this world and try to piece things together to build yourself a foundation of your thinking of what the big picture could and will be. And once you do that, you get a good scope of what's to become. And that's exactly what I do. And, well, anyways, this Homeland Security stuff, they manipulate people's minds. And they do it good, too, because it was up until I put together all my shielding gear, sonic gear. My helmet, I got my helmet of salvation. This is all silver and brass and bronze. And probably get a gold plated and see if that does anything. But it heightens my mind and it keeps it clean and shielded. Where I don't get deceptive thoughts and stuff, and it's always of wisdom. And then my glasses and my ears, and stuff, and plus my body armor and stuff, but that way I don't get attacked to where they could try to induce a heart attack. And then next, and I can't do anything to help anybody. That's just my nature. But it was up until then that I was able to see and feel things and hear things and understand things. Because that's what they do. They knock you off balance, knock your chakras, knock your mind, fucking bounce it all around where you're just stupid. And you get caught up on other things that are really less important to take you away from the main important things that, hey, they're starting this new world order. They're going to be in control, and they're going to really, really, really make life for everyone miserable. And they don't care about not one person on this planet, because they created a whole world up there. They want to come down like the Anunnaki, and then the women they covet, they want to take them, and freaking start a whole new race, and they're breeding them and stuff like that, and it's going to be a fucked up world. Anyways, if that even happens, because you can't pluck out people, and think that it's going to solve and clean up the world and corruption. And no, you don't bring corruption and lies and deceit in order to start a new civilization, because you'll get what you put in. If that's what you did in the beginning, that's what you're all about, and that's what everything else is all about. Why? Because it's in your genes, it's in your nature, and what you put out there, that's going to be in their nature as well. Snakes, demons, and sick, deluded people in their minds. But this is why society is like this today, because they got fucking, excuse my language, they got the exchangers, the shopkeepers, the Walmart, and all those places there. They're right in line with like kings and merchants. It was always the higher power, in a kingdom, and then you got the merchants, and the merchants do the trade and make the money for the kingdom. And you see how this aligns. And the merchants will do whatever the freaking, the kingdom, the government of the kingdom says to do. This is, that's why they put fluoride in our toothpaste, fluoride in the water, You know, they put that chemical in the soups that puts out estrogen. So when men eat soups, you know, they get estrogen and stuff, and they're more feminine. And in the plastic too, you heat up plastic, then you get that feminine estrogen, all those chemicals to where men aren't men anymore. They're more sympathetic and more loving, and they're not attention, and they just become a bunch of manginas or freaking you know, soy boys, bro. You know, and we'll lose any type of grip of being able to go, hey, you know, this ain't right. We like our Constitution and our Bill of Rights, and we're going to stand by them and fight by them, you know, and it might not happen because people will get used to well, we're already controlled and we're already kind of like locked down anyways. You know, it ain't that bad, you know, that's just only that guy over there, you know, fuck him, boy, that doesn't even bother me now, you know, it doesn't relate to me, you know, I'm pretty good right here, man. Kind of just, the best thing to do is look away, you know, and then next you know, it happens to you, because it will, trust me, it will, you know, that's the nature of the beast, you know. Thing is that you gain that power, you will destroy anything that it may be paranoid. It will be paranoid to think that you stand against him in any kind of power whatsoever, and he'll destroy you too. And that's Pandora's box. That's the thing that's the curse of that apple. You know, it will destroy everything, and that is the setting. And the freaking, the Aztec clock, or in the very end, you know, and which is getting mighty close to it, but once he gets that power, and he has that power to manipulate, change people's minds, and change government, get people to think this way, get people to think that way, fight each other until it destroys everyone, you know, and then he'll start working on the people, that's why they call them expendable youth in heavy metal, you know, it's the expendable youth that he uses, because throughout time, they pull the children away from the parents to disrespect the parents, and the parents not caring enough to teach them anything, you know, and, you know, whippings and everything like that. I was like, oh, let's make our children go to jail. And that took them away from, and then that way the beast brings the children in, because now they don't give a shit about fucking, if you're an adult, no respect for anybody of age, because they've been around longer than them. None of that. Nobody freaking taking an extra step to do something, to change something, to clean up something. You know, they make messes, they leave it. Freaking, they're just trash kids, and they're easily manipulated. Why? Because if you come in there and you're like some godlike freaking dude, you know, or has these, you know, that speaks, and it kind of gets in your mind by coming in there going, you are chosen to, we must cast the evil upon this earth. And he brings you in when he has that low speak, you know, and where you're kind of like I'm trying to hear him, you know, that brings the attention. That's the control. That's mind control. That's an old freaking Jedi mind trick, if you ask me, you know, because I mean that's how you do it, you know. You just, let me tell you something, come closer, you know what I mean? That's a straight up Jedi mind trick, you know. And the young minds are easy manipulated and twisted and turned and controlled, because that's why the young ones that target some of these targets out here, because they try to get them to repeat themselves. So those targeters are repeating themselves. TIs are repeating themselves because they're somewhat of control. Next, you know, they got a whole view of things and thinking, and their mind's fucking everywhere in every rabbit hole known to man. You know, I mean, look, focus on one fucking, you know, on one fight, on one thing. Go to the root, which is actually the tree up there. We are the roots. You know, the root of the problem, you know, is on this earth. And they're buried in some fucking house, ordering Uber Eats and shit like that. If you're an Uber Eater or fucking someone that delivers food, you're delivering probably to one of them. Look at them. See if they got a big antenna, huge cables going in the side of the garage. You know, ham radio shit, antennas. You know what I'm saying? Or they're constantly getting delivered food and not get out. The reason why is they don't want to breathe these chemtrails either. They're thinking, oh well, we don't want to breathe those chemtrails for control, but they are mind controlled. Fucking dumb motherfuckers. You know, that's the whole taking of the hand of the devil. You know, once you do his dirty work, you're in. You're stuck. You're done. You know, you actually pulled yourself out of the Garden of Eden because you're not out there fucking surfing. You're not out there fucking skateboarding. You're not out there enjoying life. You're stuck behind a fucking stupid computer. Make believe. Because you make it to be real up here against people, and most people are fucking ignorant to it. And you got this idea of going, yeah, I'm doing this for my master because we're gonna rule the world and like the Anunnaki, and I'm gonna get all kinds of pussy. You know, or even some of the women. I mean, I hardly see any girls, but there's just a few of them that are family to this cat. You know, the chief. Actually, I thought about it. He came to me as a kid, and he was dressed like a chief. And it was just me. I fucking ran from my parents, ran inside my parents' room and stuff like that. And probably because my dad was growing some big old marijuana trees in his yard. You know. So that's why I figure I get it. So this motherfucker's been fucking my life since fucking day one. But so I got a vendetta. Let me try to get back to where I was. The whole thing of it is that we are on the tipping point. Look at freaking society. Look at some of these mind control freaking no job having fucktards are fucking destroying cities and stuff and shaking fucking things and hurt, killing people, beating people up and stuff like that because it's fun. You know, I'm just a shitbag with no skills and fucking I'm just gonna go fucking have fun and fuck people up and I don't really know what I'm fighting for. You know, just go over there, fuck government, anarchy. That's stupidity. Fucking blind stupidity. You ain't got anything to back what you are fighting for. You're in ignorance. And ignorance is because you didn't fucking look to your elders for advice to guide you, to help you, you know, and maybe it's not all your fault, but you got to seek them, and they're out there, you know, people like me, we're out here, you know, you need advice, you just got to ask, don't be afraid to talk to someone. That's what people are these days, afraid to talk to someone, you know, but they'll talk all kinds of shit right behind some fucking drone, or some little fucking frequency microwave hearing. I get ding in the side, but plug it in more. There we go. You know what I mean? That's all I hear him saying. Sick of this guy. These people are not taught right, the young ones. But the point of the matter is, those ones that think that they're gonna get all this, you know, fun, goody, freaking a whole new world from this guy, he will turn on them. That's why they call him expendable youth. Fighting for possession. You know, that's what they will do. You know, and he'll destroy them. Because they're like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, and next you know, he'll fucking destroy me like, I like that girl, I'm taking her from you. Power. Fucking power. You know? And they try to say it's something else. You know, whenever I freaking dig in their heads and stuff like that, and they try this and that and here and there, you know. Either way, you know, it's a shit show. They sound like liberals. You know, excuse my language, I didn't mean liberals, I meant, you know, liberators of the beast. Alright, there we go, better. There. So don't freaking cut my channel off. Nothing against them, okay? But I'm sure I could talk shit about Republicans, but who cares? I'm not political, but I know the best one would definitely not be a jackass. If you know what I mean? You know, I think that's why they put that on there. I mean, the elephant sounds a little bit more stronger. Somehow I have to figure out how to get to Trump. Anyhow, if anybody got any ideas, come on, offer them up, put them in the comment section. Please watch my other videos if you want to learn shielding. please go to my channel, my main channel, and look up my videos, and you'll find different things and how and ways to shield. I'll be building a Faraday room, you know, just by using copper wire, freaking screw eyes, a drill, and putting it, setting up in all four corners of your wall and the ceiling in order to make a Faraday cage, and it will work when it's grounded. All right, guys, TISP Research and Development, Rob Stanson, out.